Welcome to the museum. And thank you for coming to the Museum of Modern Magic. All right, lock up. That was the last guest. My name is Wendell Thomas, and I'm the head of security at the Museum of Modern Magic. I was sent after layoffs at my old job. As head of security, my focus is to protect what's on the inside from what's on the outside. Only thing this time, the danger came from the inside. All right, men. Tomorrow, the diamond top hat goes on display for the public. It was donated to us by the Blackman family and is very valuable. I'll need two of you on this display at all times. Virgil, you and Chauncey are first to watch.
Yes, sir.
This ain't the war, Virgil. You don't gotta say sir.
Force a habit.
The rest of you back to your normal displays until we switch.
Psh, Virgil gets all the special treatment like he's the bee's knees. Just because he's been here a few months longer.
What was that, Ralph?
Nothing, big cheese.
Another wisecrack like that, and you're out of this job. This ain't the damn juice joint. This is a place of business. Now get to your displays.
Honestly, boss, why me? You always give me these special exhibits, and I'm grateful for it, but why?
Well, Virgil, the truth is, I see myself in you. I see your drive, and one day I see you replacing me here.
I'd be honored, sir. Wendell.
But just to be clear, I plan on sticking around here for a little while longer. Just then, the diamond top hat begins to light up.
That's some fancy display work.
They didn't mention anything about this lighting up. It's supposed to just be a sculpture.
Don't get too close. That thing gets damaged and Alice is gonna go screwy.
Alice can't get any worse. Sure is a nice Sheba, though. Wendell walks closer to the display in a mesmerized state. Almost as pretty as this display. Gotta get closer.
Sir, Wendell?
Gotta reach into the hat. Wendell reaches into the hat and vanishes.
Oh, this ain't good.
What the hell happened? Where am I? This place looks familiar.
Sir?
Excuse me, sir. You're not allowed to stand there. The alarm will go off any second. I'm sorry, miss. Wendell notices Wendy's name tag. Wendy Thomas? Where am I?
Oh boy, another one.
No, I mean, this is the Museum of Modern Magic. It was, back in the 1920s. Now it's known as the Blackman Family Museum. It was taken over by the family in 1930. Wait a minute. Back in the 20s? The Blackmans took it over in the 30s. What year is it? It's 2005. 2005? How? The last thing I remember, I was reaching into this display called the Diamond Top Hat. The Diamond Top Hat. Come with me into my office, Mr. Wendell. Wendell Thomas. Wendell Thomas? My grandfather's name was Wendell Thomas. Anyway, follow me. Wendy and Wendell walk into Wendy's office. Now, what do you know about this diamond top hat? Well, it was donated to the museum by the Blackman family in the 1920s. I was there, here, the night before it was going to go on display. I remember it lighting up and I appeared here. But that was in 1925. So you're saying you time traveled? Well, unless this is some terrible dream. Yes. What do you know? Well, I'm not required to display that information to Wendy. I used to work at this museum. I was head of security that night. Please, I need to know. Well, apparently, the diamond top hat was retired only after a few weeks of being on display due to mysterious explosions happening around the display, which resulted in disappearances of the museum staff at night. I guess from what you're telling me, you must be one of them. I need to know the origins of the diamond top hat. Do you know where it is today? It vanished. Vanished? Where the hell did it go? The museum was robbed the night before the diamond top hat was to be put in a vault, and with the museum staff low due to disappearances, it was an easy job. That's right. Years later, it ended up back in the black men's possession. Does this place still close at 8 p.m.? Yeah. What time is it now? Wendy pulls out her smartphone, and Wendell stares in awe. Wow. The future is something. It sure is. We close in 10. Well, after we lock up everything, we? Oh, right. I guess I don't work here anymore. Wendell looks at Wendy's smartphone. He looks awfully familiar. My dad. He worked here too. I got this job because of him. What is he doing now? He was killed almost a year ago, coming home after a shift here. If only magic could bring him back. Anyway, I have to lock up. Yeah, I'll meet you on the steps when you're done locking up. I gotta fix this. Look, with all due respect, sir, that was almost 100 years ago. I guess there's no way to prove if you're from the past, but some things you just have to let go, as hard as it may be. Good night, Mr. Wendell. The museum is closing. Wendy locks up the museum. And notices Wendell sitting on the steps. Sir, you can't sit there. Look, I know. Wait, let me take you to dinner. My treat. Mr. Wendell, I've just finished my shift and I don't want to spend another hour talking about an almost 100-year-old mystery. No, this isn't about that. I knew your father. You are treading on thin ice, Mr. Wendell. Wendy begins to walk away. Betty Lee Freeman. Wendy stops and turns to Wendell. How do you know my grandmother? Because that's my wife. Now can we talk? Wendy and Wendell sit at a diner table. Okay, so you're saying I'm your granddaughter? I believe so. You're my granddaughter. We have to start from the beginning. What did they tell your grandmother? Well, my grandmother always said that you died in an accident at the museum. Is that all they told your grandmother? Yeah, according to my dad. Whenever I ask her about it, she changes the subject and now she's what? She's in hospice. I have to see her. Maybe tomorrow. I stop by every morning before work to see her. What was your father like? He was a no-nonsense kind of guy. Took no shit. Sorry, not used to having a grandfather. Not used to having a granddaughter. Your father did sound like me, though. I wish I could have met him. Boy, when I first found out I was going to be a father, you couldn't tell me I wasn't the bee's knees. I was really looking forward to holding him, showing him the world, showing him what man can be. I wish I could have been there to pick him up for his first fall, tell him everything was going to be okay. And now he's gone. And I'm here. It should be the other way around. Mr. Grandfather, maybe you can still meet him. I mean, if you time traveled forward, who's to say you can't go back? You're saying you'll help me find the diamond top hat? I'll do anything to help my family. Yep, you're my granddaughter. You can stay with me until we figure things out. One thing. You said you'll do anything to help your family, right? Yeah? Can you spot me some dough for this meal? This inflation is a hell of a thing. Sure, Grandpa. The next morning, in Wendy's apartment, Wendell sleeps under a blanket on the sofa when someone comes through the door. Ah, baby, sleep on the sofa again? Darnell gently pulls the cover off Wendell. Who the hell are you? Just then, Wendy walks into the living room. Oh, Darnell, you're home. Yeah, and who the hell is this? This is Wendell, my family friend. Wendell, this is my husband, Darnell. Wendell just needed a place to stay for a few days. Wendell, if you're ready to run that errand. Yes, I am. Nice to meet you, Darian. It's Darnell. Later that morning, in the nursing home. Listen, maybe I should go in first, huh? I'm not sure how she'll react when she sees you. I agree. Man, the last time I was this nervous, I was drafted into the war. Here goes. Wendy opens Betty's door. Good morning, Grandma. Oh, hi, Wendy. I brought some homemade soup. You made soup? You and Darnell aren't expecting, are you? No, Grandma, but I'm trying to up my soup game. Oh, I'm sure Darnell would appreciate that. I know how much he loves soup on the go. You know your grandfather would always cook for me. Then one day I decided to surprise him with Sunday dinner. After one bite he said, "Doll, you don't ever have to step in the kitchen again." Which was a nice way to say, your cooking is lousy. Oh, I miss him so much. But I know one day we'll be together again soon. Oh, Grandma, there's actually someone here to see you. Wendell opens the door. Hello, Betty Lee. You look like... No, it can't be. Who are you? It's your husband, Wendell. No, you're a ghost. I'm no spirit, my love. Wow, you're even more beautiful than the day we met. How have you not aged, and where were you all these years? I'm here because of magic, apparently, but I need to know the truth about what really happened to me all those years ago. Tell me what you know, so I can get back to the 20s and live a full life with you and our son. You're not lying, are you? No, my love. Now, do you remember what happened that night? I remember you leaving for work, and you mentioned this new exhibit that was supposed to be going on display the next day. That night I got a knock on the door, and it was your manager. He told me you had died in an accident, an explosion at the museum. I nearly hit the ground. I didn't know what I would do with a baby on the way. I had to move in with my mother. She helped me raise our child. He's passed away, Wendell. I know. You've been through so much. I'm sorry. It hasn't been easy, but Wendy's been my angel,
Every time I look at her, I see Wendell Jr. And you.
She is special. Do you remember anything about the days after my death?
Well, a few days later, there was a knock on my mother's door. It was Dominic Blackman. He told me he was very sorry for my loss, then handed me a non disclosure form and a check. He told me it was an accident that had happened.
So he paid for your silence.
I needed the money. With no husband and a baby on the way, I didn't know what else to do.
I'm not blaming you, my love. But we do have to find out how much Dominic knew about the top hat.
How? Dominic died years ago.
Hey, I bet that top hat is in the Blackman warehouse. It's where a lot of artifacts are stored before and after they're displayed in the museum. It's worth a try to check. They still donate to the museum? Yeah, they're our biggest donor. That makes sense. The Blackmans made their fortune in the auction industry. He's delivering an artifact that the Blackmans donated in about an hour. We can go disguised as shipping crew. Let's do it.
Oh, I don't like this. Please be careful.
Oh, my love, this has been the happiest day of my life. I will return to you this time. I promise. Wendell kisses Betty's forehead. Bye, Grandma. Later that afternoon, at the Blackman warehouse entrance. Wendy! It's not like you to visit the warehouse. Who's your friend?
This is a security partner, Wendell. He's going to be assisting me with the investigation.
Investigation?
Well,
You remember those rumors about the disappearances around the diamond top hat? Let's just say there's some truth to those rumors. I suppose I can show it to you. Hey, your partner here looks a lot like your father. Yeah, you just miss him just as much as I do. Come on, Wendell, let's go. They enter the warehouse. Wow, there's got to be $1 billion worth of stuff in here. All this is owned by the Blackman family?
Sure is.
All right, it's back here in the vault. Larry opens the vault. Wow, there it is. We have to take it back to the museum. Oh, I'm afraid I can't allow that. The Blackmans are donating it to another museum in 2 days. It'll be the first time in decades that it's been publicly displayed. If the Blackmans found out, they'd kill me. What if we just inspected it today and got it back to you by tomorrow morning? It'll be like it never left. I don't know about this, Wendy. Please, I normally wouldn't ask to do something so risky, but this is important. Trust me. All right, I'm putting myself on the line here. Just get it back here no later than 11 a.m. Larry hands Wendy the diamond top hat. All right, you guys better get going. Be very careful. You got it. Thanks, Larry. Wendy and Wendell stop at the nursing home on their way back to the museum. Hey, Grandma, we got the... Wendy and Wendell see a nurse making up Betty's bed. Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. She's passed away. We've been trying to call you all day. No, my love. Wendy, we must get back to the museum and examine this hat. I have to be with my wife, my son. I have to go back to the way it was supposed to be. What if this doesn't work? What if we bit off more than we could chew? What if we change the course of history and I never exist? What if... Wendy, you are a phenomenal woman. And I'm so proud of who you are. Neither time nor space will change that. Now, we have to head back. Wendy wipes her tears from her eyes. You're right. Let's go. As dusk falls, Wendy and Wendell head back to the museum. Wendy places the top hat on her desk. Okay. Do you remember anything that happened before you were transported? I remember it lighting up. It put me in a trance. I could almost hear a voice. Just then, the security office door opens. You did hear a voice. Manny, what are you doing here? I know you stole the diamond top hat. So much for trusting your friend Larry. Oh, Larry didn't tell me anything. I saw the security footage. You see, I knew this day was coming, Wendell. My grandfather Dominique prepared me well. Dominique is your grandfather? That's right. My grandfather really was sorry about what happened to you that night, but he couldn't let the public know what really happened to you. Well, why are you displaying it in another museum? What if the same thing happens to another security guard? I'll just do what my grandfather did last time. Besides, it'll be a big draw. You see, even though my grandfather covered it up, rumors did leak out. We never addressed them, but the almost 100-year history of the diamond top hat will bring more publicity to my family's name, thus more money to this museum. I should leak this to the press. You do, and I'll see to it that you never work within a 100-mile radius of this museum. Why not just tell the truth, that it was an accident? Well, it wasn't exactly an accident. You see, my grandfather knew about the top hat's power ever since he bid on it in a black market auction all those years ago. He just didn't know how powerful it was. Now, since you know, I'm going to have to get rid of you. Again. Manny pulls out a gun and aims it at Wendell. Over my dead body. I'll deal with you after I'm done with your grandfather. Just then, the diamond top hat begins to light up. This is exactly what happened that night. This might be our chance to get you back to the 20s. Let's do it. Step away from that top hat. Wendy and Wendell put their hands into the top hat and begin to get sucked in, just as Manny runs and grabs them and is sucked in too. You idiots! Look what you've done! Now that we're trapped in this time vortex, we may cease to exist outside of it forever. I'm willing to make that sacrifice if it ends your family's corruption. You know what, Wendy? I guess you'll have to join your father too. Manny aims his gun at Wendy, then suddenly Wendell punches Manny, knocking him out. That's for your grandfather. Nice left hook, Grandpa. Wendy, we have to get you out of this vortex. How? Just think of home. I realize now that the night I was transported, I was thinking too hard about the future, thinking of holding your father, thinking about spending the rest of my life with your grandmother. I wasn't living in the moment. The top hat sent me where my mind was. I love you so much, Grandpa. I love you too, Wendy. Wendell and Wendy embrace. There's one thing we have to do, though. We have to make sure that this never happens to anyone again. So, when you go back, and it's there, I want you to destroy it. If I go back and it's there, I'll do the same. You don't have to tell me twice. Wait, what about Manny? We should just leave him here. But take him with you and see that he's arrested. Will do. Goodbye, Grandpa. Goodbye, Wendy. Wendell closes his eyes and vanishes. Wendy grabs Manny and closes her eyes and vanishes. Present day at the museum. Where am I? You're at your family's museum and you're under arrest, Manny. Just then, the security door opens. Good work, Wendy. We've been investigating him and his family's shady dealings for over 2 years now. Dad? What's wrong, honey? You're... Nothing. We got a tip from your grandfather that this family has been bidding in black markets for decades. Now, let's go ahead and take him to the precinct. Hey, we'll still have time to have dinner with your grandparents. Grandma and Grandpa? Those would be your grandparents. Now let's go. Your grandfather's impatient, like you. Wait, there's one thing I have to do. What's that? Wendy pushes over the diamond top hat, shattering it into a million pieces. What did you do that for? Grandpa told me to do it. What? Hey, you told me to listen to my elders. All right. You're going to explain this, right? Gladly. Wendy and Wendell walk out of the museum with a handcuffed Manny. The end.